Okay, YouTubers. Welcome to Country Havoc number 2. This is for educational purposes. I send warnings, not invitations. I apologize for how I say this, I apologize for what I say. Yes, that is my normal TikTok entrance and exit sometimes. Look, first I gotta rig this alarm so it doesn't go off. Okay, it's probably not gonna go off. I swore I had a 1:45 alarm. I guess I gotta wait till 1:30 for it to show up on this damn phone. Alright, so I gotta keep an eye on the time because it is currently 1:12 in the afternoon. This is part 3, part B. Alright? So, let's, I left off saluting people on TikTok, which I follow. So if I missed anybody on TikTok, I am sorry. I know you guys aren't following me here. But, yeah. As if you watch part A, you'll see that I was interrupted by a sibling, which will take you back to what I said about part 1 and 2. The reason why I haven't been able to have any kind of success whatsoever is because everybody, specifically family, tends to think that their life is supposed to take priority over my life and that I'm supposed to drop everything that I'm doing and go help you. No! You're grown. It's my time now. I'm 52. It is my fucking time to live my fucking life without doing shit for you, your children, and for fucking Jesus. No! You've taken 4 decades from me by just existing. It's my time. It is my time. I'm not getting any younger. And I'm not going to lose my 50s taking care of my siblings and their kids because they don't want to grow the fuck up and do their fucking job. You chose to have kids. You chose to make bad procreation choices with people who just wanted pussy. That's not my fault. I don't have a pussy. Okay? But if I had one, I'm smart enough to know the difference between I'm fucking for fun versus fucking for procreation. Because not everybody that you fuck for fun is gonna make a good damn daddy. A good lick and a big dick does not mean that motherfucker's gonna stay there forever. I'm sorry, I had to get that off my chest. Anyway, the point being made is that my fuck-ups aren't mine. Alright? Because I never got the chance to fuck up. Alright? Now, when I left off, I was also talking about going to do that damn reading before COVID. Alright? I had maybe 2 people who actually liked my performance. But they weren't the people who were important enough to give me the job. The people who were in charge didn't want to give me the job. I didn't get a call and I didn't get a text. I did not check my email because I literally told them I don't do email. I literally wrote it on there. I'm not putting my email on here because I haven't touched my email since I've been in the military. And this was before I signed on with 99. Well, kind of signed on with 99. But, where you can find me at 99 Ecko Grey Wolf. But anyway, the point being made is that I don't really fuck with my email. 99 will generally give me a call. Page Publishing will either give me a text or a call, which I need to contact them immediately so we can find this cover and get this shit dropped so that I can start making some fucking money and stop sweating about when that fucking next time I'm gonna have a fucking dollar to spend. Yeah, I'm doing more than just acting. I'm also writing my 3rd book. The point being made is that I didn't fuck my own life up. Other people kept fucking it up. Go back and watch video 3. The reason why you have part B is because of what happens in part A, where my sibling comes in to let me know that the tacos is ready. Dude, I'm making a fucking video for my YouTube channel. You ain't had to tell me shit. You could have just went on about your business. No, that was too much like the right fucking thing to do. Which is how we keep getting into these fucking situations where the closer I get to doing stuff for me, someone got to come along and fuck it up. This is one of the reasons why a lot of choices that we make, you don't get to succeed. Alright? In helping other people, in helping my family, I have not been able to pursue the life I wanted. Because my siblings, the ones with vaginas, 3 out of the 5, have made very, 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 very bad procreation choices and don't want to fucking own this shit. You chose to have a baby with someone who did not want to have a baby with you. That's your fucking fault. I shouldn't have to give up my life to step up to do that motherfucker's job because what? They went to jail or because they just didn't want nothing to do with you or they didn't want nothing to do with the kids. No! That's not my fault. It's the same way our parent chose to have 7 of us and coddle the 5 younger ones. No, no. They can't learn if you don't let them fail. And they expect everything to be given to them. No, that's not how the real world works, because nobody outside of your family's got to do a goddamn thing for you. They can help you out when necessary or when need be, but they don't have to. If people are helping you out, they're generally helping you out of the goodness of their heart. Or they see something in you that makes you special. No one's going to see anything in me because I can't get the fuck away from doing what I need to do for me, because I'm doing what I need to do for other people. And when helping other people hurts you, it's not helping you. And then people hit you with, God's going to reward you when you die. I don't give a flying fuck about a reward from God when I'm dead if you don't know when the fuck I'm going to die. I'm not going to take a knife to my throat to see this great reward. I'm not going to take a bullet to my brain to see this great reward. You want to give me a reward? Do it yourself. Stop asking me to stop living my life to help you with your life when you can simply do it your damn self. You have a better job than me. I'm a 52-year-old fucking bum relying on $346 from the military because instead of going out to get the job I want, I got to take care of somebody's fucking kid that I didn't help create. And no one seems to be mad, or no one seems to understand, or no one seems to give a flying fuck that I have the right to live too. I'm 52. 4 decades of my life went to taking care of my younger siblings and their fucking kids. I'll be damned if I'm going to give another goddamn moment of my life at 52 not chasing what I want to do with my life. That's not a fucking option anymore because I'm 50 fucking 2. I don't have any money for retirement because instead of getting good jobs, decent jobs, I'm taking care of kids that you chose to have with somebody who didn't want to have a kid with you. So if you're a young lady watching this and you have a big brother or a big sister, no, bitch, don't get pregnant. The motherfucker's lying to you to get your ass out of your drawers so he can ram his dick in your goddamn vagina, and then he's going to get you knocked up and he's going to leave your ass high and dry. And then your big brother or your big sister's going to have to take care of your baby because you got to go get a job so that you can take care of your baby. You see the clusterfuck? So when you are given an opportunity, even if it's a small one, you make the most of that shit. If you have people who are investing in you and say, we are going to give you a fucking talk show or a TV show, you jump at that fucking opportunity. Make sure you read the fine print so that they don't own you for the rest of your life, but make sure you take that fucking opportunity. I have never been given that opportunity. And I said this in part 2, and I'll say this in part 3B. If Marvel called me tomorrow and offered me any one of the Native American characters because I look Native enough to pass, my ass is on that fucking plane. Period. You want to be American Eagle? Okay, cool, I'll be American Eagle. You want to be Wyatt Wingfoot? We'll give you a spinoff if we can get the She-Hulk actress to come back, or we can just backside shot it. Yeah, we do whatever the hell we need to do. You want to be Jesse Blackcrow, because that's the one I really want to do, because I like the Legion show, and we have to have the same director from Legion. That's not negotiable, because that way people will understand that this dude is on a psychotic trip. Alright? But he's not on a psychotic trip at the same time. Alright? You want to do Red Wolf 1, 2, and 3, we'll give you a TV show. 6 episodes, and on the 7th episode, it ends the show, it ends the saga with an old Red Wolf passing it to the new generation, which would be Red Wolf 4. Especially if I play Red Wolf 1, the beginning of time, Red Wolf 2, at the turn of the century, and Red Wolf 3, the modern day, and then give it to Red Wolf 4 as Red Wolf 4 trudges off into the future. I can do that because all we gotta do is keep the shit simple. Acting doesn't have to be difficult, you just have to get your foot in the door. That's the hardest fucking part. And that's been my damn struggle, because no one's looking at a 5'3" guy and saying, yeah, you're gonna be the leading man. No, I'm not, because I'm 5'3". They also aren't gonna look at a 5'3" mixed man and say, yeah, you know, we got the perfect role for you. No, they don't. And if they did, it's probably gonna go to The Rock. It's not that difficult, y'all. It really ain't. Doors aren't opening for me, point blank period. which is why I stopped going by James Williams Jr. and started going by Ecko Fangrave. Out of the prayers that my ancestors that are native will start pulling some fucking strings like, yeah, we got this guy, this is a video, check him out. Just start rumbling it all together, and then my black ancestors will be like, yeah, you're doing it, go ahead, boy, go ahead. And my white ancestors will be clapping in the back, yeah, that's our boy right there, that's our boy. And then all my ancestors will be holding hands together, be like, yeah, we got him in that damn door. He's gonna make it, he's gonna be okay. I don't need to get over. I don't need to be a superstar. I just need that goddamn door opened. Now, the other point of making this video is that some of y'all have that door open. Like, literally, the door's open. If you got investors willing to build you a studio or willing to buy you a place to fucking film, take that fucking opportunity. Don't let it fucking slip away. I'm 52. I've been in this business since I was fucking in my 20s. 30 years in, nothing. I'm not looking forward to an Emmy. I'm not trying to get an Oscar. Hell, I ain't even trying to get a Lifetime Achievement Award. I'm just trying to get work. That's it. Work. I don't give a shit what it is. I have my reserves on what I'm not going to do, and that's not negotiable. My hair getting cut, not negotiable. Playing someone in the alphabet community, it's probably not going to be negotiable because I'm not in the alphabet community. Now, here's the kick on that. If I'm playing someone in the alphabet community that is a swinger, I can do that. But I'm not bisexual, so I won't be able to do that. I am not a pansexual. I don't even know what the fuck that is, but I'm not sleeping with pots and pans. I'm sorry. Although that would be a hellacious comedy routine. Hey, what are you? Well, you know, can you keep a secret? I'm a pansexual. Pansexual? What's a pansexual? I sleep with pots and pans at night. Do you have sex with them? Shh. Sometimes I have sex with pots and pans because I'm a pansexual. Now, for those who don't understand that, that's a fucking joke, alright? It is not made to make fun of the alphabet community. I honestly, truly, the guy, have no fucking idea what a pansexual is. But when I first heard the option of pansexual, it's the first thing that popped in my head because I'm a dumbass. Pansexual. What's a pansexual? This could be considered a pan. Just, I don't know if my dick can fill it out, but, you know, it's a pan. You know, this thing right here. That's a pan. You know, you can sleep with that grill thing. You know, that's what came to my mind the first time I heard the word pansexual. I still don't honestly know what it is, and to all you pansexuals, please don't take this shit as offensive. I'm not trying to offend you. I'm just telling you, I don't know what the fuck that is. At all. I never heard of the term until I heard the term. When I heard the term, no one explained that shit to me. No one has literally sat down beside me and said, hey, yo, Grey Wolf, this is how this works. This is what pansexuals are. I finally understood what the fuck gender conformant or I don't identify with a gender identity or whatever the fuck it is, where you could be a female but you don't identify as a female, you identify as a them. I'm probably not saying this shit right. Like, alphabet community, don't give me no fucking problems. I don't fucking know. When I was younger, we fought against labels, and now y'all are fighting for labels, so you see how well this fucked us. I'm a Generation Xer. I got tired of being called the fucking half-breed. I don't want to be called the half-breed. And now, the new thing is that you guys are fighting for labels. Well, half-breed's fucking offensive. I don't want to be called a fucking half-breed. Now, granted, if it's in the script, and it's not Bugs Bunny saying, pow, 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 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indians, pow, 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 4 little, 5 little, 6 little Indians. Wait a minute. Shh, 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 shh. That one's a half-breed. 6 little, 7 little, 8 little Indians. 9 little Indian boys. I know it's 10, but, you know, I had to lost count with the half-breed thing. But, you know, I've gone through that all my life. And unfortunately, nobody's making movies for us half-breeds, where we are actually in the movie, where you can come to my house and I got a black mom and an Asian dad, or I got an Asian mom and a black dad, or I got a native mom and a black dad, or a white dad. gonna have to work out somewhere that there has to be a black person in there. You got a black grandfather or a quadroon or octoroon grandfather, something closer to real life, something I have life experience in, and that shit's not happening. And the thing is, with these movies of today, it's not something that people are thinking about. People who are monoracial like myself, who are living these lives and have no choice in the say in the matter. Damn. And it's gonna be what it's gonna be. You know, and when it comes down to it, it's all about the script. And if the script doesn't suit you, it doesn't suit you. And the Gotta Have My Pops pretty much was a kiss of death. It was the second shortest script. It's the black kid with the pop cereal. It's word for word verbatim. Gotta have my pops. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay. And I'm trying to play to that, and I'm trying to figure out without another actor how am I going to play to this scene where the person I believe in is I'm playing to a guy who's not there. And if you're not there, you're not there. And that's the other thing with a lot of acting. All right, like for voiceovers. The best thing I can do is go get two action figures and show you how this shit works. But I'm not going to do that. But for voiceovers, I'm in a booth over here. You're in a booth over there. I don't really ever really truly get to interact with you. I just get to deal with whatever the scene acquires. All right, and sometimes, there's a whole incident going on why Spider-Man's third film is being pushed back with the guy who I think talks for Miles, which just caused some problems or something with the girl that talks for Gwen. Obviously, she's a good actress if she convinced him that he and her are like Miles and Gwen. I don't really know the whole story. I don't really give a fuck. In this business, you have to understand you have one job. And your job in this business is to tell a story so the other person on that screen that is watching this story unfold believes it. They literally believe it. And I mentioned this in part 2, so I'll mention this in part 3. I have a cool ass one line where I'm getting my ass handed to me, and a guy says, "Hey, shorty, you know your arms are too short to box with a guy." And then I would do a kick up and kick him in the face and say, "That's why I'm going to use my legs." And then the fight turns into my favor. But the entire time, it starts off with me giving one good punch in, and then him shaking it off, bitch slapping me. I slide across the ground, and he commences to beat the fuck out of me. And as he's beating me, it unlocks the fury, and then I catch his hand, and he looks at me and says, "Hey, your arms are too short to box with a guy." And I might uppercut him or something, and he flies off me, but he doesn't go anywhere. And I stand up and say, "I'm going to use my legs." Something in those two scenes would be something a little bit more my speed, But if no one's writing scripts for people who look like me, I won't be getting work. And I don't have a job writing in Hollywood. But like I said, if Marvel gave me an opportunity tomorrow to pick any native character with the exception of Danny Moonstar, who's my favorite, because I don't have boobs, so I gave you Danny Moonstar. She's already been played in New Mutants, and I didn't see that movie yet. I can't play Risque. Again, I don't have a vagina. I can't play Talisman. I can't play Silver Fox. I can't play Snow Guard. She's new. I can't play Snowbird. I can't play a lot of female native characters. Echo's already covered. So I could play some of the guys, but they'd have to retcon them because I'm short. Now, would they be willing to do that? Probably not. But, you never know. You just never know. But if you're given an opportunity, you need to take that opportunity. And I'll state this one more time. If Marvel came to me and offered me any one of these roles that I mentioned right now, Red Wolf 1, 2, and 3, freaking Jesse Blackcrow, American Eagle, Captain Kickapoo, Portal, Puma, Scalp Hunter, Warpath I'm too short for, but I can play Thunderbird and die, so nobody really gives a shit if I die. Let's see, who else am I missing? I just named 10. Little Bear, but that would be a Vietnamese picture, and I don't think Disney's ready to do that. Forge. Let's see. Who the fuck else could I be? American Eagle's brother. Yeah. Somebody that's native that I can fit the description of, and that would work. Now, mind you, I only named 10 characters, but technically Red Wolf 1, 2, and 3 are 3 separate Red Wolf people. But I could play the father, the son, and the grandson, and that would be fucking spectacular. And then pass the mantle off to the great-grandson before my age catches up with my face. You see where we're going? It's not impossible. It's highly improbable, but not impossible. And the only reason why it's improbable is because every time I'm on my way, as you've seen in video 3A, a sibling came in and fucked it up. Just because they're purely fucking lazy. Everybody's situation is different. But for those who have the opportunity, for those who have people who are lining up and knocking down your fucking door and telling you, we're going to do this, we can make it, we can have this happen tomorrow, you're a damn fool if you don't take that opportunity. Just understand that you are a damn fool. If Disney called me right now, they don't have my cell phone number, but if they did, I would stop this video immediately. I would answer that call. Matter of fact, no, I wouldn't. I would keep recording. And I know that Disney would probably kick my ass after I posted it, but and they would probably rescind the offer. But yeah, maybe I better not record it. But the point being made is that if they called me and offered me any one of those 10 Native Americans that I just shot out at the top of my head, no way in hell I would turn it down. No way in hell that I would turn it down. I would take that fucking role and run with that son of a bitch. You understand me? I would run to the end of the earth with that shit. My alarm's about to go off. I would play that shit to the fucking letter. And I would never, ever look back. And that's the thing with other people. When you are given an opportunity and people are hard pressed on making sure that you get your foot in that door, bet your sweet ass Ecko's taking the job. Now, hey Ecko, this is Disney. We're calling to see if you will be willing to play Red Wolf 1, 2, and 3, or we can hook you up with the movie of Black Crow, or we can hook you up with the hell. Okay, sorry, I got another thing. Complete check-in. I gotta call them October 7th Allergy Partners. Blah, blah, blah. If not confirmed within 24 hours. I'm gonna call them right after this video. Anyway, the point being made is it's really quite fucking simple. Damn right, I'm taking the job without question. It's like, well, there will be some questions. There will be some things that are not negotiable on my end, and no amount of money is gonna really change that, and they're gonna have to know that. And those two things aren't really that big. There's maybe 5 things, but since it's Disney, one thing we ain't got to worry about is like sex scenes. So that's not negotiable. We ain't doing that. We can have a kiss scene. That's where it ends. My hair, it's staying. And if I'm playing a native character, whatever tribe that character comes from, Disney and I are gonna go visit that tribe. I'm going to get a blessing, and we're gonna get some stuff done to make sure that I don't fuck this up. And I know that I can fuck it up, so that's why I'm going to go get that blessing to make sure that I don't fuck it up. But if you keep it simple, if you keep the dialogue that I have to say simple, then I can't fuck it up. And that's the thing we're gonna close in on right now, so that I can end this live and make that phone call. I mean, end this video and make that phone call. Here's how this works, right? If you keep it simple, and you only have this one line that you have to say, just one per scene, one-liners. You're just dropping one-liners. Your chances of fucking up the movie are very, very slim. Now, the hard scenes will be where I have to have more than like 4 or 5 lines in the dialogue, you know. It would really depend on the dialogue. Are we improvising? Because, you know, if we can improv, I got a better chance because I can feed off of other people. I work better when I improv versus trying to read the fucking script. Because sometimes the shit that you say in the script don't always transfer out of the actor's mouth properly. Or the delivery sucks. And it might not be the actor's fault. It just might be like, who would fucking say that? You know? Galactus is throwing the punch. Wow, that guy's got a big fist. No one's gonna say that. They're gonna try to get the fuck out the way. You know, here's Galactus. Here's his fist. It's coming right at you. Dive clear. Roll to the right. Roll to the left. And then get up and say something snarky. Hey, big man, with fists that big, how did you miss? You know, something snarky or something sarcastic. Something that the audience is gonna be like, dude, do you not realize you're fucking being a smart ass to Galactus, the devourer of worlds? Why are you pissing off someone who can eat the whole fucking planet? You know, something like that. You want to have a line that shocks the audience and that puts their asses in that chair. And even if I die in that scene, where it's like, yo, did y'all see Ecko Fangravel playing Wyatt Wingfoot and he rolled out of a punch that Galactus was trying to punch to the ground, and he rolled clear and he opened up his mouth and Galactus kicked the shit out of him and he flew through 6 buildings and then he died. Yo, people would like to see that. Okay, they might not like to see it, but just think, alright, Wyatt Wingfoot rolls away from the fist of Galactus as he punches down on the ground. Wyatt Wingfoot gets up and instead of running like a smart individual, he looks up and says, hey, with fists that big, how the heck did you miss? I'm right here. Boom! Foot to the goddamn body. Yes, you are. You were right there. Thank you, idiot. You know, then I'm flying through the air, frolicking. I'm probably unconscious, so I'm just probably going through the air like this because Galactus' foot is bigger than my car. And then I crash into a building. I may go through the glass. I may be impaled. Something bad's probably going to happen. But then, you know, the audience will be like, oh, it's his first Marvel movie and he's fucking dead. Cha-ching. Could happen. Could happen. Probably can't happen now, but because the Fantastic Four was pretty good and there was no indication of Wyatt Wingfoot or She-Hulk, and the She-Hulk show is not connected to that Fantastic Four group. But you get the fucking gist. If someone is investing in you and they are going to get you on, you take the leap of faith. No one's invested in me. No one's offering me anything. But I guarantee it. If it's offered, I'm going to take it. I did tell y'all last night that I was supposed to be in a movie that got canceled with the guy who wanted me to do the 619 and kick him in the face. And I was like, okay. And I practiced the dog shit out of the 619 everywhere I could find 2 rails to swing through. You know, I would do it. 619, 619. I was doing that shit. And then the movie got canceled due to him and his girlfriend, or the other guy and his girlfriend. Something happened with involving the girl. And the movie didn't get made. And I was going to be the bad guy. And I didn't have any lines necessarily. If we had lines, we didn't discuss that I had any lines. I had one job, and that was to do 619 to the bad guy or the good guy or whatever the fuck his role was. I was supposed to do 619. He said I want to be receiving a kick from someone who can do the 619. I was like, okay, I can make that happen, but it never happened. So but all my other stuff is on this channel. You can see it. It's also on my TikTok. It's also on my Instagram, and you can see it. The problem is, the only opportunities I've gotten are the ones I've made myself. And there's 683 people here. All of my videos, every last one, has one view or no views. So as good as the 683 people are, I'm not good enough that it's getting the attention. I'm not asking for money, so you think that I'd have more people behind me. I do ask y'all to push the videos out, especially the movies. Push out Fallen Dragons, push out The Path of Ascension, push out Guardians of the Earth, push out the Spider-Man fan film, push out A Clone Affair, push out everything that I've done on this thing, the cleanup, Clone Affair, all of it. Push it out, because I can't make it without you. And that's the one thing that a lot of actors tend to forget. Without their audience, they don't have a career. And without that love for this business, they also will lose out on everything. I'm going to end it right here with that, because I'm also getting sleepy. My eyes are opening and closing and moping, and just like a mosquito bit me in the forehead between my two eyes. And it's also just taxing. Plus I'm hungry. You have to go for it. You have to. Whether you like it or not, you have to. And I gotta make this phone call. My next video will probably piss everybody off. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Be seeing you.